afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Faulty Fuse by heliopolix. Of course, this is a puzzle that I haven't had to reset, but it is coming to you in SudokuPad. Sorry, my brain melted. I had to do that because, of course, we're doing the support Sven drive. The first week of that is pretty much over now, and people donated way more than what I thought I was going to be able to, as I discussed a couple of days ago. I've already donated way beyond what I thought my overall threshold for this will be, and we will see how we go in the second week, where I'm donating 50 cents on the dollar. So I'm donating 50 cents for every dollar that's donated up until I've donated $100 US, Australian. Why did I say US there? $100 Australian. And I'm hoping that people will continue to donate past that. I'm just trying to incentivize, but it's literally, this has gone really, really well. So I'm really glad that that's happening. And I'm working with Sven on something for everyone. So we'll see how that goes as well. Anyway, let's have a look at Faulty Fuse by heliopolix. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have German whispers, so adjacent digits on green lines must differ by 5 or more. And then we've got remote sums, which is a digit X in a cage points to a second digit Y located X cells away vertically or horizontally. The number in the top left corner of the cage indicates the sum of X plus Y. So how does that work? So let's say this is a 2. This would indicate that 2 cells away in one direction, so either horizontally or vertically, and it could even be there, actually. It just says horizontally or vertically. One of those cells has to be 9, because it would mean that 2 away from that will be a digit where if I add that to the other digit will be 11. So 2 here means that 2 away in one direction is 11 minus 2. That's basically what it means. Really interesting rule set. I don't know that I've done anything like this before. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. I don't know that I can start with the cages very much, because this could be basically any digit except a 5. This digit... Okay, so this has to be something that sums to... Right, okay, this is interesting, because the maximum I could put in here is 3. Right, maximum I could put in here is 3, because this plus something else has to sum to 4. So this is a low digit. Okay, this is important. Right, I can start with a cage. This is a low digit. And why is that important? Because on a German whisper line, there are a few important secrets, 2 of which I'm going to start with right now. The first one is you can never put a 5 on a German whisper line. And the reason for that is there's nothing that is 5 or more away from 5 within the Sudoku digits of 1 to 9. So 5 is impossible. Every digit will either therefore be below 5, low, or above 5, high. 2 low digits cannot go together, because any 2 low digits are not 5 apart from each other. Any 2 high digits aren't 5 apart from each other. So once you put a low digit on the line, the next digit can't be low. It can't be below 5. It has to be above 5. I use yellow. Then the next digit must be below 5. Then the next digit must be above 5. So we end up with this state. But this can't be here, because the minimum this could be would be 7. Now, it can't be 6, because if this was a 6, there's only one digit on a German whisper line that is... there's only one digit on a German whisper line that can go with 6, which is 1. So if this was a 6, these would both have to be 1, which doesn't work. Now, this is 1, 2, or 3, because it cannot be a... it cannot be a 4, because 4 only has one partner and they both have to be the same. And this is 6, 7, 8, 9. This one can be a 6 if this is a 1. So this, now, if this, right, this has to go look down. And I'm going to mark that by, how am I going to mark that? I'm going to mark that by drawing a yellow line that does this, maybe? or I'm possibly just going to put an X here indicating that this clue looks down, although normally you use X's to say it doesn't. But I'm going to, in this case, use it to say that it does. So this clue must look down. And the reason for that is, if it was looking at that clue, it can't be here because it'd be 1 plus a high digit. If it was looking here, it'd be 2 plus 2 because this is 2 away. I'm assuming that's how it works. Located X cells away, so 2 cells away. This would be 2 and 2, which doesn't work. So this has to look down. Now, it can't be a 2 here. It can't be 2 and 2. So this can't be a 2, because if this is a 2, this would have to be 2 plus 2. So this is 1 or 3. So if this is a 1, this is a 3. And if this is a 3, then 3 away would have to be a 1. Either way, I've got 1 and 3 in those. So I could have 1, 3, and 2 here, or I could have 3, 1. And I'm not sure how to narrow that down. But this is looking 6, 7, 8, or 9 away. Can't do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can never be a 9. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also looking down. So this is also looking down and is looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's looking at one of those 3 cells, which must be low, which is telling us the polarity of this line. Because if I color this, let's use green and purple, which are my off colors, and I alternate colors along this line, then the line does that. And I know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 away is a digit that adds to that to sum to 10. So these must be low and these must be high. This is kind of cool. And if it's here, it's a 4. If it's here, it's a 3. And if it's here, it's a 2. 4, 9, maybe. If it's here, it's a 3. Which would allow these to be 7, 8, 9. No, yeah, 7, 8, 9. And if it's here, it's a 2, which would allow those to be... Okay, this is definitely strange, but that's cool. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, these can't... Actually, the bottom one could be 4. If this is... Bottom one could be 4, I think. Although, hang on, maybe not. Because while it's 4 by whisper, if this is a 6, this is a 4, and then it can't be 4. If this is 7, this is 3, which could allow that to be sort of 8, 9, 9. No, it could work. And 8 would make that 2. Yeah, I'm not sure I can take that further without doing a lot of casing. Now, this is interesting, and I just noticed it. If this is a 1, 3, I have to put 2 more low digits on this line. So if this was 1, 3 here, what are the two? I'd have to put 2 and 4 on this line. The 4 would go at the end with a 9 in the middle. So this would be 4 with 2, 9. These would be 2, 9. And I can never put 9 in a cage. So this would be 4 here. If this is 1, 3, this is 4, and this is 2. And that's broken. Okay, this is a long chain, but I'm pretty certain that's broken. I can see it. So if this is 1, 3, this may not be the way to do this, I don't know. But if this is 1, 3, I have to put 2 low digits on this line because they're going to alternate high, low, high, low. So let's assume 1, 3, okay? I have to put 2 low digits on this line. I can't put a 4 in the middle, so the 4 goes on the outside. Then in the middle, I have to put the other low digit and what goes next to 4. So these become 2, 9. Now, you could never put a 9 in a cage. I've discussed this up here because there's no 9 set away. So this becomes a 2, this becomes a 9. But what does that 2 go with in order to add to 11? It has to go with a 9 2 cells away. But that 9 sees every one of those. And the reason that has to be a 9 is because that becomes the 4. I couldn't put the 4 there. Because if I put a 4 there, that would be the 2. That would be the 4 here would put 9 here. And there's nothing 9 away. And this 2, now everything 2 away, which would be that and that, sees that 9. So that doesn't work. This can't be 1, 3 because I run out of low digits on this line. This has to be 3 with 1. That's absolutely nuts. How am I going to mark something as done? What I might do is I might change that to a green indicating it's done. I might change this one to a red indicating it's not. But we now know this is a low digit and it can't be 4. So that is 2. And 2 away has to be the makeup digit. So one of those is a 9. So we know if that's not 9, it's 9 low high. And if that's a 9, it's 9 low high. Either way, those are high digits and that is a low digit. This is very clever. I don't fully grok it, but it's very clever. This can't be 7 anymore because it would be too close to the 3. One of these is a 9. One of those is a 9, and they both see these. So these are 6, 7, and 8. That can't be because these are high digits that see both of those. If I put a 9 there, there's no 9 in either of those. If I put a 9 there, there's no 9 in either of those. So this is 6, 7, 8. That can't be a 6. And this can't be a 4 anymore. Because if this was a 4, that would need to be a 9, and it can't be because it sees both of those. No, that can't be a 4. So this can't be a 6 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would need to be a 4. 6 comes out of there. So it's either that is a 3 or that is a 2. But it could potentially go 3, 1, 4... 2, yeah, I'm not sure about that. One of those is a 9. This, therefore, could be anything, really. There is a 3 or a 4 on that. These are low digits, by the way. And these are high digits. That doesn't see both of those. But there must be a 9 in one of those two. This can't be a 5. You can't put a 5 into a 10 cage because it would need a 5 away, and I'd have 2 5s. So this is a low digit. This is fascinating. So this is either high or low. So 9 is in one of those two. I'm definitely not fully understanding this puzzle, but I'm finding cool stuff. I'm definitely not fully understanding this puzzle. There's got to be more going on down here with these, one of those having to be 9. Is it this? Could both of those be 9? Maybe. I mean, at least one of those is a 9. This is 7, 8, no, this is 7 or 8. Because it can't be 9, because 9 has to be down here, because these are all high, all 4 high digits, and I can't put 9 in either of those. Because they both see both of those. Okay. And that sees both of those and all sorts of stuff. Right. So this is 3. this is 3, 4, 8, 9, because if it's 3, it has to be with 8 or 9, and if it's 4, it has to be with 9. So there's an 8, 9 virtual pair in there. So I can't put 8 or 9 in any of those cells. Well, that couldn't have been an 8 or a 9 anyway, but I can't put 8 or 9 in any of those cells. I can't put a 9 there. So there's a 9 in one of those 3, and I can't put 9 in a cage. So there's a 9 in one of those 2. This is not the way to do this. This is definitely not the way to do this. I get the feeling it's this, and I haven't followed through this enough. If this is 3 to go with the 7, this would be 8, and this would be 8 or 9. If this is 8, this would be 2. No, I can't see it. Okay, so what about this? This is 1, 2, 3, or 4. This can't be a 1 because none of those cells can be a 9. So it's not a 1. If it's a 2, that or that would need to be an 8. And they can't be because I can't go 2 in the other direction. If it's a 3, oh, this is interesting. If it's a 4, if it's a 3, then that or that would need to be a 7. And I think they can be. If it's a 4, that would need to be a 6. If it's a 4, that's a 6. So either one of those two is a 7 or that is a 6. Is there a reason that can't be a 6? It would put a 6 here, which would make that 1. I think that's fine, because that would, if I put a 6 here, that would take 6 out of here, and can't put 6 here because it's next to 2. This is 7, 8, 9. So 6 is in one of those two. Six, 1, and then that could easily be the 9. But that is... And that gives me a 3, 4 virtual pair. So this is 1 or 2. That 3, this is a 3, 4, 8, 9. That's really clever. That's incredibly clever. If this is a 4, this is a 6. If this is a 3, one of those is a 7. No, I don't understand. Do I need to look at other cages? But they seem not connected to anything. If this is a 9, this is a 6. Because this would make this 7, 8, this would be the 6, which would make that the 3. If this is the 9, 7, 8, 6, 4, 3, and one of those is a 7. So if this is the 9, so if this is the 9, this is a 3. If this is a 9, that's a 9. And I don't know that that does anything. Okay, is it this 11? Okay. Because it has to see a high digit. Or a high... So this is weird. It can't be a 1, because a 1 would need to see a 10. A 2 would have to see a 9 there, or there. Well, it can't see it there. I don't get it. A 3 would have to see an 8 there or there. Okay. A 4 would have to see a 7 there or there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This can never be an 8 or a 9. Okay, great. A 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would need that to be a 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, or that to be a 5. This can never be a 7, because 7 would need to go with 4, and that can't be a 4. So it's only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This doesn't feel right. It can't be 3. So it's only 2, 4, 5, or 6. So 2 puts 9 in one of those. 4 puts 7 in one of those. 5 puts 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I can't put 6 there. And 6 puts 5 there. This doesn't feel like it, does it? I've missed something. What is it I've missed? What is it I've missed? 7 makes that 3. That's 8. That would be 1, 2. No, this all... And 8 makes that 2. Which allows that to be 7 or 8. But as I said, if this is 7, 3, that could be 6. Because I could go 2, 9, 4. If that's a 9, though, if that's a 4, oh, that can't be a 4 because that can't be a 9. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. So that can't be the 6. This is the 6. This is the 1. That's the 9. That was way more obvious. There's no 4, 9 on this. That was way more obvious. This is 3, 8, making that 9 and making that 4. 4 away needs to be a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was way more easy. Way more easy. This is high. These are both low. And the 6 goes next to a 1. This is now 7, 8, 9. And this is 2, 3, or 4. That was way easier than I was making it out to be. There's no 7 or 8 there. That's a 9. Now, does that do anything to this? This is a 7, 8 pair. Actually, if this is a 7, that's a 1, 2. If that's a 7, oh, there's no 1 here anymore. If that's a 7, that's a 2. Actually, that's got to do something to this, doesn't it? Doesn't it? This is a triple. 2, 3, 5. So that's just the 5 in the corner. This is a 2, 3, making that a 1. And 7 and 1 does not equal 10. So this is 8, this is 2, this is 3. 3 is too close to 7. That's the 8, that's the 7. Great. Now, I can do some markings. The 2 in that direction is done. The 8 in that direction is done. 4 in that direction. Oh, this is not going to work. Okay, let's just give up on the markings. Actually, what I might do is I might turn around and say the 8 is done, the 3 is done, the 2 is done, the 4 is done. Those are done. great. That's just easier. So anything that doesn't have a circle around it is done. 7 needs to go with 5, 7 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't put a 7 off the grid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 5. And the 7 clue is done. Now I go up here and I need to figure out 5 away. I need to put a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6, making that a 1. That 5 clue is now done. I go back to colouring. The 6 is high, the 1 is low. The 1 makes that a 2, which looks down, making that a 3 and that a 2. I overcomplicated all of that by not doing enough Sudoku. If I had a nickel for every time I did that, I would have some nickels. The 3, 8, of course, makes that a 7. This is now a pair, which is 4 and 8. That's not a 9. These are 1, 6, and 7. That is, well, there's no 1 in either of those. So that's the 7, that's the 6, that's the 1. I'm not going to bother trying to do too much colouring off the whispers. I think I'm actually going to remove that colouring. In fact, I'm going to remove colouring when the whisper is done. I'm actually going to remove that one as well, and that. And I'm actually going to remove all this colouring. Colouring can get in the way. So this is the only place I'm really worried about colouring. But I got this 5, which placed this 6. Now that didn't do anything, but this is a quadruple, and that might help me. Yeah, I like quads. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so these are 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no 6 in either of those, and there's no 6 there. So that's a 6, and this is now a triple. Do more Sudoku. This is the motto of my channel. I don't... It's do as I say, not do as I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 go into those, but there's no 5 in either of those. So that's the 5. This is a 4, 6. Do as I say, not do as I do. Okay, so 4. 4 would need to match up with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That can't be a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could be. So 4 could go down for 5. 5 would need to go with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could go that way. And 7 would need to match up with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not a 2. So this always goes down. So I am going to put another mark going that way. So it is either 5 there, 4 there, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 2 there, which it can't be. So this can't be a 7. It's 4 or 5, putting another 4 or 5 in there, giving me a 4, 5 virtual pair in the row. So there's either a 4 there or a 5 there, which is a little bit nuts, and I don't know what to do with it. There's no 1 on this line. There's no 7 here. So this row is missing 3, 8, and 9. This is funky stuff. So there's no 1 or 6 on this line at all. So I know that these are alternating high and low, but I don't know. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use my off colors because otherwise I'll think they go a particular direction. Actually, no, 5 could still be in any of those. I've changed the music I'm listening to, and it's kind of messing with my head. Okay. If these are low, this would be 2 or 3. And that could be any of them. Okay. 1, 2 could go with any of 7, 8, 9. That's not a 3. This is an 8 or a 9. So this is a 3. So there's no 3 here. Is it this 10 cage? So there are going to be restrictions on this 10 cage. And let's just do the silly thing of it can't ever be a 1 and it can't ever be a 9. Well, actually it could be a 1, but it can't be a 1. So it could be a 1 technically, but it can never be a 9. But if this is a 1, that, or that would have to be a 9. And they all can't be a 9. 2 would put 8 there, or there. And only that could be an 8. So it could be a 2 if that's an 8. 3 would need 7 there or there. 4 would need 6 there or there. So, and I can't do it because 1, 2, 3, 4 can't be a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 can't be a 6. So it's not 4. 5 can never be 5 because it's a 10. I've already discussed that logic. 6 would need 4 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So it can't be a 6. 7 would need 3 7 away, and now I can only go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is not a 3, so it's not a 7. And 8 would need 2 8 away, and it's not. So this is only 2 or 3. So it's either 8 in one of those two. So 2 8 would make 4 9. 2 8 would make 4 9. 3 7. Oh, this can't be a 3. This is a 2 because there's a 3 there. That's a 2. So that's a 4 and that's a 9. One of those is an 8, and it has to be that one because of that 8. I missed it for some strange reason. That is an 8. And that is now done. So that was the right place to look, which I did not expect. The 8 looks over making that the 3 and that the 8. I don't think I'm doing well at this puzzle. 6 is in one of those two, but it's not there because of the 6 already in the row. So that's a 6. This is a triple. 5, 7, 8. There's no 8 there. Where's 9? Oh, this has been there for a while. Where's 9 in this? Oh, since I got that 4 anyway. Where's 9 in this row? Oh, this 9 makes this the 8, taking 8 out of there. So 9 is in one of those two. Okay. These are 4, 5, and 7. And there must be a 4 in them. So these are 5, 7, and 9. 8 must be in one of those two. Yeah. So did that break this? Right. Yes, it did. Because that is a 4, 5 virtual pair. If this is a 4, that's a 5. If that's a 5, that's a 4. So because of that, I can never put 5 down here. There's no 5 here. This is 7, this is 8, this is 5. So this is actually a 7, 9 pair. And I can take 7 out of those. Ta-da! And this is now way more restricted. In fact, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9 in the column. So green becomes low. I'm just going to mark it in blue. And I'm going to mark purple in high. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that can't be a 4 because I have to make both of those 9. If I made it 3, this would be 8, 9. Maybe. Can't be 1. So these are from 7, 8, 9. That can't be an 8. This can't be a 1. Four, 5, 7, 8, 9. So there's a 2 or a 3, or 3 is in one of those two by Sudoku. Actually, that's a 2, 3 pair because I can't put 2, 3 in any of those, and that's high. So this is a 2, 3 pair. That's kind of cool. So 8 is in one of those two by Sudoku because I can't put 8 in any of those. So 8 is in one. No, that's not an 8. That's an 8. We have an 8, which means that is not a 4. This is a 2, 3 pair, but the 8 looks across making that the 4 and that the 8. But I can now get rid of all of the colouring. I am done with my colouring. My colouring and I are Dunsky. So 9 is looking down here because I can't put 9 up here. This is 5, 7, 9 because it can't be 4. So 4 is in one of those two, and that's not the 4. But remember, I've still got this virtual 4, 5. So in here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all they can be. But the 4 would put a 5 here, and the 5 would put a 4 here. So if this is a 4, this is a 5. So I can never put a 5 in any of those. And if this is a 5, sorry, if this is a 4, so I can never put 4 in any of those. This can't be a 1, so this is down to a 2, 3 pair. So I can take 2, 3 out of those. So that's really cool. So this is only 2 or 3. Oh, this is gnifty. This is totally gnifty. Yeah, I'm being silly. I'm recording this on the day I did all the April Fool's recording and my brain is still mush. Okay, let's do some more Sudoku, because why not? I have 4 8s looking into box 5, so let's put that in. But I really should look at this. I mean, I just should. So 2 away from this would need to be 7. That's not a 7, that's not a 7, that's off the grid, that would need to be a 7. 3 away would need to be 6. That's not a 6, that's not a 6. So either that's a 7 or that's a 6, and that can't be a 6. So that's a 7 and that's a 2. That's a 3, that's a 2. 3 means that can't be a 7, that's a 9, which takes 9 out of there. And now we've done all the whispers. And that is done. What I haven't done is this 4, 5. But I'm getting closer. It's got to be Sudoku now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. So these are 5, 7, and 9, which is a triple. That's a 5, 7, 9 triple. So this is a triple, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 1, 3, 4. So that's 2, which I could have got a better way. Coulda, didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 5, 6, 7 and must contain a 6. There's no 5 there. There's no 7 there. I don't know. Keep looking at the whisper lines. There'll be, oh, see this 1, 3? That looks up at the 1, 3, 4. That's the 4, and I take 4 out of those. So these are 5, 6, 7, and 9. There's no 5 or 9 here. So this is giving me a 6, 7 pair. That's going to do a lot, but I can take 7 out of those. Actually, the 7 makes that the 6, which makes that the 7, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 7, which makes that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5. Ha ha! That's the 6. The 4 is now completely and utterly kadun. I have kadonned it. The 7 makes this 5, which takes 5 out of those. They become 7, 9. 6 looks back, making this 4 and this 6. 6 comes out of both of those. The 5, 9 looks up, making that 7, that 9. I could go in so many different directions now. People will and frequently do ask in the comments, why didn't you go back and do this? At the moment, I'm just doing stuff that I'm seeing, and there's a lot to see. 5 makes this 4 and this 5. The 9 looks down, making this 7 and this 9. I've got to put a 1, 3 in this column. So, yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1 or 3, and there's a 3 there. So that's the 1, that's the 3, that's the 1. The 5 makes that the 9, and that the 5. There is a 4 in this column, so this is the 1. I am down to, I'm going to do triples in boxes because they're easy to write in and then resolve. So these are 2, 3, 4 because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is a 4 here, there is a 3 here, there is a 2 here. Okay. Oh, there's 2 there as well. So 3, 4, 2, and now the 3 here can't go in those, so that's the 3. The 4 can't go there, so that's the 4, and that is the 9, and that is the solution of the puzzle. 36, 39. I reckon I should have been able to do that faster, but I had a lot of fun exploring. I was hoping that would be a faster puzzle today, but oh well. I trusted Heliopolix's rating of this being a 2-star puzzle and that I might be able to do it in under 30 minutes because I've been getting a fair few longer puzzles recently. I may need to dig out a 1-star puzzle from the queue in order to get a couple of shorter ones in. I'm not aiming to take up more of people's time. That is not my goal here. I'm just doing the puzzles that are in the queue, and that's the way I do it. I don't hunt watch time or anything. I just do the puzzles that are submitted or recommended, and this was one of them, and it was fun. Faulty Fuse by Heliopolix. Great fun. I love this constraint. This is cool. I'd like to see more of this. I would really love to see more remote sums. Remote sums is good. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.